and welcome to another episode of Dream Home Cooking. Today is an extra special episode because I have my precious mama cooking in her new Woodland Homes kitchen. So thanks for letting us do this.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Well, you're welcome. And we've got a great menu of some things that were my childhood favorites that Mama made. We've got a bacon wrapped chicken with a delicious white sauce that we put over pasta. And then she is going to share with all of us how to make your stuffed artichokes that are out of this world. It's my dad's favorite, and we've been enjoying it for years, and it's actually Grammy's recipe, right?
Yes, it is.
Goes back to, what, 1970?
1978 for me. That's the first time I ever actually had one.
Yeah,
yes.
and then for dessert, we're gonna have an ice cream sandwich cake that Mama makes that is so delicious, and it's so simple. You're not gonna believe how simple all these recipes are. So with that, we can go ahead and get started with the ice cream cake. We wanna do that first because we've gotta put it in the freezer and let it sit in there for what, an hour or so?
At least, yes.
To kind of set up. Okay, so you can tell us how to do this.
This is such a simple recipe.
I'll help you unwrap.
We can start unwrapping the ice cream sandwiches, and what we're gonna do is layer 3 layers with these and lots of goodies in between, like M&Ms and...
So after you put these on the bottom, then what goes next?
The next thing that we'll do is put Cool Whip on top. And actually, I think I'm gonna save that ice cream sandwich for the next layer.
Okay. You sort of have to work fast.
Yes, because we don't want this to melt.
Yes. So you want me to just stir that a little bit?
Perfect.
And it's just easy. This is just Cool Whip straight out of the tub.
It sure is.
Which you can't beat. I don't know a Southerner who doesn't like Cool Whip and Velveeta cheese. 2 Southern staples.
That is a fact.
Now, should I go ahead and get that other box? And
actually, we can wait just a minute because I've got to put the goodies on top of this Cool Whip, and then we'll grab the others.
Okay, I can't wait for y'all to see this after it's finished and we freeze it for a while. When you slice it, it is gorgeous. So we'll get a good shot of that later.
Okay, so then we're going to take some chopped pecans, throw a few on the floor for good luck.
Okay.
Then we'll take the mini M&Ms. They're easier to cut through after this freezes up.
This is what makes it so pretty because there's so many colors in it. And I'm telling you, your kids, grandkids, well, even adults will love this.
And there's a lot of varieties that you can do depending on what you personally like. If you would prefer to have Oreo cookies chopped on here in the place of the M&Ms, you could certainly do that. We've used Reese's peanut butter cups chopped in the place of the M&Ms. All right, then the magic shell.
Oh, this stuff is magic.
It really is. I love it.
Even as an adult, I still love this. To put on ice cream, it just hardens right away. It reminds me of those old-fashioned ice cream cones we get at Dairy Queen, the chocolate dipped cone. All right,
okay, and now we're ready for the other box of ice cream sandwiches. Okay. So now we're going to add the second layer, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Same ingredients go right on the top. First one being the Cool Whip. And Melissa, you're doing a mighty fine job getting those unwrapped really quickly.
Okay.
Alrighty, so here we go with the Cool Whip.
Yeah, so you and Papa moved in here, what, a couple of months ago? About 2 months?
Actually, about 2 months. That's correct.
Yes, and
we're loving it.
Well, I love it too because they're just about a mile from me and Mike, so it's wonderful having my parents. They did a 2-year RV adventure and got back, Memorial Day last year.
Yes, the end of May.
Yeah, y'all decided you wanted to get back in a house, and so it all worked out, and this is a beautiful new floor plan that Woodland Homes offers now called the Homewood, and we'll take you through it later on in the show and show you guys some of the really neat features that Mike came up with and asked them if it was okay to do in their home, and so I'm anxious to show you guys that later.
And we love it. We couldn't be happier. We love all of the new additions that he provided, and we are just thrilled. Okay, so now we're going to layer number 3, which is our final layer. And again, we'll do the same exact thing, but we will come back and put Cool Whip all over the sides so that we have a nice, pretty, finished look.
All right, we've got the 3rd layer on and covered it up, and we're gonna get it in the freezer, and when we come back, we're gonna start on Mama's stuffed artichokes.
In choosing a contractor in today's market, finding someone that is going to take care of you and make sure that you're happy with their product, with the quality, it's not an easy task today. The most important thing to me is doing what you say you're going to do, taking care of the customer, installing a product that is superior. My motto is called a lady with a team you can trust, and I feel confident that we are a team that you can trust.
My father started this business in 1977. The people that work for us is part of what sets us apart. All of our employees have experience. All of our plumbers have been with us for 10 years or greater. Our motto at Dean & Son is quality and service. We're going to do quality work. We don't leave people hanging. We're there when we're supposed to be. We're done when we're supposed to be. Living up to what you sell and service them after they pay you, that's where your integrity in the plumbing business comes.
Dean & Son Plumbing Company. Call today at 518-9780.
Hey guys, come on in.
Hey Troy.
Yeah, let me show you around.
Wow.
As the Acme Brick spokesperson, I get paid in brick. All the brick I want. Solid. What? Too much? To get Acme Brick quality, look for the Acme name. And here's the guest room. Hope you like a firm mattress.
Since 1983, individuals and businesses in Alabama have relied on Wolf, Jones, Wolf, Hancock, Daniel, and South for their legal representation. Our experienced attorneys offer high-quality legal counsel in commercial law, real estate, and personal injury litigation. So if you need an attorney, hire the best attorney you can. Call the experienced North Alabama attorneys at Wolf, Jones, Wolf, Hancock, Daniel, and South to arrange your initial consultation, because we're dedicated to setting the standard for legal services.
Okay, we're back. The ice cream cake is in the freezer, and Mama is going to show us how to make these delicious stuffed artichokes. Now, for all these years, I love eating these things, but I have been scared to death. I see these in the grocery store, and I break out in a cold sweat.
Well, there's no need to do that.
They're so good, and she swears that they are so easy. So I'm going to let you take it away and show us how.
Well, it is easy, it's time consuming, but it truly is not a difficult thing to make. The first thing you want to do is cut the very top of the artichoke off.
Oh, your fingers are just making me nervous.
It's all good. It's just a little bit hard to do in the beginning, but we'll get it. I think I need a skill saw.
I need to get you some knives for your birthday.
Okay. That was interesting. Alrighty, so now that that's done, the next thing we're going to do is trim off these leaves. Not trim them off,
pair
but
of scissors.
trim them up, yes. And basically, just start with the bottom, trim the pointed part off.
Okay.
And it's important to get this done all the way through. And like I said, it's not a difficult thing to do, but it does take a little time.
So you're just going around and cutting each
point off.
Okay.
You want to try to cut one?
Yeah.
Okay, here's.
This is like when we made egg rolls together. I was intimidated by that.
I think I've cut most of them, but you can go ahead and check them out and see. See, that's not so difficult.
No.
Now you won't have to run when you see them in the store.
I won't be intimidated by them now.
Say, I've got this.
Yeah, no, that's one too. Yeah, the only time I've ever bought artichokes is in a can or frozen. So this is a treat.
This is a treat. This is actually your grandmother's recipe.
I know.
As you said earlier, and I love making this. It makes me think of her, and
she's smiling down.
She could really cook, and this was one of her favorites.
Yes, Grammy was a wonderful cook. I spent a lot of time in the kitchen with her too when I was growing up.
And she loved every minute of it.
Okay.
I think that's it.
I think that's all.
Okay.
Okay, so the artichoke has been washed and drained on paper towels, and then we you just kind of use your fingers, right? Just kind of stretch that out.
Apart, but we're going to go ahead and mix the stuffing.
Okay.
So we have a cup of crushed saltine crackers. It's pretty simple. A cup of Italian breadcrumbs. A cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Then we have a cup of this cheese, which is the grated.
Yeah, grated Parmesan.
I like to use both. It just gives it a nice little flavor.
Because they're different textures.
Right. Well, that was a little more than a cup, but that's okay. We
Oh,
can just
that's
put the
all
rest of it in there. Right. Oh, then we'll do, let's see, I'll do the garlic next.
So this is how many cloves of fresh garlic?
This is 7.
Okay. And it's
7
important to use the fresh
Absolutely.
garlic, not the jar.
Definitely want to use the fresh. This is about 1/4 cup of chopped green onion.
Ooh, all that smells really good.
Then let's see, we'll add the seasonings. I have parsley flakes.
So you can use that instead of fresh parsley. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, got that. I always put Zatarans in just about everything.
Cajun seasoning.
Certainly want to
That's a good one.
put it in here. Just, I would say, be careful with the red pepper.
Yes.
I like to put a little pinch in there.
Dylan Friday would go poop. He'd put another
That's
one
for
in there. He loves his cayenne pepper.
This is Italian seasoning. Actually, I don't know why I'm using this teaspoon.
Oh well, that's okay. That's where I get it from. I use it like that for a teaspoon. I stir everything with a fork.
Good.
It works.
Black pepper,
Okay.
the coarse ground, and you can just add a little more. That's always good. Garlic powder.
Yep.
These are all your favorite things, aren't
Yes, I wonder why. I had the best teacher in the world.
they? Oh, you're so sweet. Okay, now the only thing we have left is a cup of olive oil.
Okay. So that just sort of binds it all together
Yes.
and
And I'm going to actually stir this dry ingredients up first before I add this. And then we'll add the olive oil. And you want to have it kind of like a wet sand consistency.
oh, that's a good analogy.
So let me get in here.
You'll stir it a little bit. Yeah, I mean, these are so good. It's one of those food items that you eat that you can just make yourself sick on it because
really
they're so
could.
good. You don't want to stop eating it.
That's why it's good to serve as an appetizer.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a little and you don't feel so full.
And it's delicious with a nice glass of Chardonnay sometimes or crisp white wine.
So as you can see, and I think I'm going to get a bigger spoon, but in the meantime, why don't you stir that up?
Okay.
So you can get the feel of this wet
Yes.
sand consistency.
Okay. So then once this is all mixed, we stuff each
Start
little
stuffing, and we start from the very bottom. And I use a teaspoon, and it's going to be interesting, 2 of us stuffing 1 artichoke. That looks perfect.
Okay.
Alrighty,
So
so
it's ready to go.
Here is your spoon. We'll put this in the middle. Do you want me to start it and then we can
Yeah,
kind
show
of
me
join
how.
in together? Okay, so it's important to start at the very bottom. It doesn't look like much of a leaf there, but there is a leaf there, so
Okay.
you want to stuff it. Some of it's going to fall out. It's
a
okay.
little messy, right? 'Cause
It's messy,
and that's
but
okay.
it's going to be great after it's done. You'll see the finished product and you'll say, wow, I never dreamed it would look like that.
And so because of that sandy consistency, that's what it kind of helps it
Pack it in there.
pack it in there.
Mhm. It helps pack it in. And you just kind of have to use your fingers to get it in there. And like I said, it'll be everywhere. It'll be in the plate. You'll have as much in the plate as in the artichoke.
I mean, so much good cooking involves sometimes you just got to get your hands in there.
That's right.
why I wash my hands
Absolutely.
80 times. Okay, so now we've got this one completely stuffed. These are the stunt doubles. They're beautiful. And it's like Mama said, you don't make these for people unless you really love them because it's a lot of labor that goes into that. So then we're just setting them in the pot.
Yes, and I have a small amount of water on the bottom of the pot, probably about a 1/2 inch to an inch. And I'm going to put all 3 of these in here. And before I do that, I am going to take some more olive oil,
I cannot wait to eat these.
pour on top of them. And this is why the consistency of the wet sand is important, that you don't overdo it. You want it to be a little on the dry side because you do add olive oil before you steam them. And you can even add more olive oil as they're cooking.
Okay, I was going to ask you that.
So we're good. We can
so-
put this on.
Yeah, they're beautiful. So we're going to cover it and get it on the stove, and then when we come back, we're going to show you guys my absolute favorite childhood dish, the bacon wrapped chicken.
You know, years ago, we researched different cabinet companies. Wellborn was the cabinet company that we decided to go with. Wellborn has a lot of your custom style building like we did in the local cabinet shops years ago. You just can't go wrong with a product like that with Wellborn. On top of that, Wellborn has researchers that are out in the market every day. Their job is to see what's current in the market, what's selling, and what their dealers need to be showing in their showroom. So come out, let me help you design your kitchen with Wellborn products.
Hey guys, I wanted to let y'all know about a year ago, me and Bruce Stone started a new company called Stonewood Homes. And Stonewood is a little different business plan than Woodland Homes because Stonewood is a scattered lot home builder, which means if you have a lot and you're looking for a builder, Stonewood is the answer. So if you own a home site or you're looking at building a custom home, give us a call at 830-9000 and let's start building.
Choosing an appliance can be complicated these days. That's why at Bob Wallace Appliance, we start by asking questions like an occasional cook or a serious chef, something just for you or an army, once a week or once a day. You see, it's not just what we know about appliances, it's what we know about you. Bob Wallace Appliance, locally owned and operated for more than 35 years. Online at bobwallaceappliance.com.
When you select Wolde Flooring's hardwood, you don't just enhance your home, you transform it. With hundreds of beautiful, durable, hand-selected varieties that come with up to a 50-year warranty, you can count on unsurpassed beauty and proven durability that's guaranteed to stand the test of time. When you want the best flooring for your home, come to Wolde Flooring in Madison. WoldeFlooring.com, 256-325-8453.
Okay, we're back and we've got all the stuff laid out to make this bacon wrapped chicken dish. So Mama, we've got 6 chicken breasts and you season them?
Absolutely, season them first. I use, of course, a little Zatarain's on each side.
Okay, and then pepper.
Black pepper.
And then, that's good, that's a generous
A little
amount.
garlic powder.
A little garlic powder.
And then we'll flip these over and do the other sides, and then we're gonna wrap them in bacon, and I can wrap them in bacon if you want me to while you're making up the sauce.
Okay, that's a good idea. Here, and I'll
get this show on the road. Whoops, this
I'll
pepper
help
is
you.
really coming out.
I may have put the wrong lid on that.
I think that's the parsley top.
Oh,
Oh, well,
I mixed up all the lids a while ago when we were trying
Okay,
to
so
get them out of there. Okay, so you're gonna wrap each chicken breast with a piece of
One
bacon?
piece of bacon.
Okay. And then for the sauce, it's 2 cups of sour cream. This is so easy.
It is. It's a great dish.
Yep, I need to get a knife. 2 cups of sour cream and 2 cans of cream of chicken soup and a can of pet milk, or evaporated milk, I guess. Don't use condensed milk.
No, don't.
Sometimes I've heard people say they've mixed those 2 up. That could be a disaster.
It might be a little sweet.
But this, for as simple as it is, it's one of those comfort foods. This chicken will melt in your mouth, and it's something about being wrapped in that bacon
Gives it a really
that is delicious. And kids usually love this too because Mom serves this sauce with egg noodles. So you got the chicken and the egg noodles and then the sauce over it, and it is fantastic.
It is definitely a comfort food. I made this for Chandler and Will not long ago, and they absolutely
Yeah, I
love it.
remember you telling me. They love it.
All right, girl, this is ready for your sauce when you are.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm just gonna have to add the pet milk. You know, one thing that when we were growing up, Mom and my dad, of course, both worked full time, and somehow this woman still got a home cooked meal on the table every single night. And I look back, I don't know how you did that a lot.
Well, they were fattening meals because they were the quick and easy ones, but I guess we were working hard enough. It didn't matter then. But.
Yeah, we were active, but I just remember she'd come home. Sometimes you'd take your high heels off, sometimes you wouldn't, and she'd get right in the kitchen and wouldn't sit down until we ate. But those are the best memories that Shane and I have, are just around the dinner table, and
Sweet.
It just made us, you know, want to be that way with our children. That was always a thing in our house, Mike and me, with our kids. You had to have dinner together at least 3 days, at least 3 to 4. And I know it's hard because kids have so many sports things now. And okay, so that's done.
I think while you're pouring that on the chicken, I may turn this down.
Okay,
or
I can hear
or
it,
add a little more water to it, in fact.
So you just basically want to cover each chicken breast evenly, right, Mom? Okay. Okay, so we're going to get this in a 350 oven. And unfortunately, Mike is not going to be able to be with us today because he's got a ton of appointments. But when we come back, this will all be ready, and we're going to eat this delicious meal. I cannot wait.
It's going to be good, and we'll save some for mine.
Yes, we will.
Yeah, we started at Wood Mill Trace was our first woodland home, and it was a townhome that had 220 other homes there, and we enjoyed it. It was wonderful, and then we decided to travel, and we traveled for about 2.5 years in an RV. So when we got back last year, we all sat down and started coming up with ideas of a plan. And by going into one of the communities that was already existing, we saw a house or a plan called the Homewood. And the house that we're in today is called the Homewood, which is 2,400 square feet with an oversized double garage and many, many amenities. And the difference is, in the townhome, we had an upstairs area that would lend itself that you would go there daily. And today we have everything all together at 2,400 square feet on one area, one floor. So that's been a tremendous asset to me. And plus we have a great yard. And when you travel 2.5 years in an RV, you don't necessarily have a great yard. You have different yards all the time. So it's really difficult to say that, well, we're sitting outside and seeing these beautiful trees, birds, squirrels, and whatever. And now we're able to enjoy that. So in addition to loving the house that we're in, we're able to spend a lot of time outside enjoying the outdoors.
Yes, and I think too, and I know you would agree with this, Bill, we're not spring chickens anymore. And the thought of building a home actually scared the two of us. And we were thinking, I don't know if we want to go through this again. So we met with, of course, Woodland Homes and decided on a plan, and we decided to go for it. And I'm going to tell you something, Woodland Homes has it going on. Anyone at any age should feel comfortable to build a home with Woodland Homes. They have simplified the process to the point where when you walk in, you actually take one full day and go in and meet with the designers, and they take you through the design center. You pick your interior, your exterior colors, you pick your flooring, your everything from the floor up, granite, whatever, excluding the lighting. That would be on the second day. And we were done, and they fed us lunch in the process. We were treated like royalty. It was amazing. We had a great time, and Christina, of course, was just coming on board then, and we were her first client, so she walked us through the process too, and it was just a great moment. But once we did that, we were completely done and could turn around and say, wow, now all they have to do is build it. So.
Yeah, along that point, I think that's a big thing, and my thanks to Mike Friday at Woodland Homes is that we never had to get involved again with the construction. And we were asked many times to come up and see some new innovations that they were doing. For an example, in our kitchen, we actually have windows with shelves, which is kind of unique. So we get a lot of light in our kitchen, and we're enjoying that. Also, we've had shelves built into columns that we can use to put knickknacks and things like that. And then the showers have come a long ways from when our first house. Now we have a complete glass enclosure, separate shower that's large enough for me to get into.
And zero entry too.
Zero entry. And then we have a nice, wonderful Whirlpool tub. And then there's many other features, including moldings and all the new type flooring, which is so important because it's all waterproof now, and it's just no maintenance, and it's just everything that you could ask for. So my thanks goes to Woodland Homes, and yes, what a quality job with the moldings and everything that they've done.
Yeah, we love our new home. It's awesome.
Okay, we're back, and all this smells so delicious.
Smells great, doesn't it?
It's like Christmas. I cannot wait to eat these artichoke hearts and this. Okay, so the chicken is out of the oven. It'll be nice and tender. You see, you got a nice creamy sauce on it. We went ahead, we boiled some egg noodles, or you can use any kind of pasta you want, and roasted some broccoli for some color. And then you just want to stir the sauce a little bit, and then just put it over the noodles, and this is a delicious sauce.
It really
for
is
as
good.
Simple as it is.
That bacon in there gives it such a nice smoky flavor.
A little pepper on it. Yes, it does. I feel like I'm in 5th grade again.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Back home with my mama.
Oh, it's so good to be here with you.
Well,
it's been a blast. I've enjoyed
it.
it.
Fun.
Do you want to be the taste tester?
Yes.
Okay, so look, I've got this leaf semi pulled off, and so if you were going to serve this as an appetizer, basically what you would do, you could even pull some of these leaves off ahead of time for your folks. But basically what you want to do is take this leaf. It might be a little warm still. Yes. And you'll dip.
Oh, it's actually perfect.
You'll dip it in. This is
what was in
vinegar, olive oil, black pepper, and a tiny bit of parsley. And basically, it's a half a cup of vinegar, a tablespoon of olive oil, sprinkles of pepper. Is it good?
That is delicious.
And you really want to start from the bottom and work up because it just kind of makes it easier. And there is a heart at the bottom when you get through eating the whole thing if you want to challenge yourself. Actually go on YouTube and find out how to get to it because it's entailed, but it's worth it. It's a wonderful heart.
Those are spot on.
Okay,
Delicious.
good.
We're going to maybe have to fight Sadler and Papa
I
for
think
these.
we're going to have to fight them.
I have to bring Mike a little home.
Well, how did you like cooking in this beautiful woodland home kitchen of ours?
I loved it. I loved it. I love this house. I think the floor plan is perfect for you guys. And it lives very large.
It does. It has more space than we need, but perfect when we have company and
I agree.
our family. It's an amazing home, and we just love our woodland home.
I'm so glad y'all do, and I love that y'all are right here by us. And we need to make this a routine thing.
Let's do it.
We need to have Mama on Dream Home cooking more.
I would love that. I would love it.
Well, we're going to get this wrapped up because we're ready to eat all this delicious food. And as always, I want to thank all of our sponsors. Without them, this show would not be possible. And until next time, we'll see you guys again.